right, everybody. I am excited today, man. We've got a really special guest from halfway around the world today to bring to you on another episode of Top Contractor School, the podcast. And this one, man, it's special because this one started a few years back at the National Pavement Expo. I met these two gentlemen from Finland, and at the time, they had asked me about our programs and how they could get involved. And lo and behold, a few weeks ago here, I get a sign up for the Top Contractor School Elite program from my man Pavel here. And I just, I had to get him on here to talk about exactly, their company story, exactly how they found Top Contractor School, and then, just everything surrounding this new relationship that we've got. So, my man, I appreciate you being on the podcast, and welcome, brother.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So let's get, thank you, man. Thank you. So let's get started here. Just, tell us a little bit about the history of your company. Tell us about, first and foremost, we talked before we got started here about the name. So I want the audience here to learn about the name, how you guys got started, a little bit of the history of who you guys are and what you do.
Yeah, sure. So I can start with maybe how we get involved in the business, which was really a coincidence for us. So I was personally working as a banker, mortgage banker from 2008 to 2013. And still ever since I wanted to be a business owner. So I wanted to do something else than working for somebody else. And I felt that I was pushed down by working for somebody else. And one day we decided to open own company, but we actually didn't know what we will do, and we ended up to open a supplement online shop, which is nothing to do with asphalt maintenance or paving. It was really random, and I had to quit my job, so we had to make some side money, and we noticed that there was some demand for small crack sealing jobs, and we started to walk around a city center, look for jobs, and we tried to figure it out who was the manager of the building. We started to call, tried to make a deal on the spot, and first deals I remember we made without even knowing the prices that we will ask for the job or even what we will do with the job. So we're just like, we saw the cracks on the asphalt and we're like, okay, we have to fix it. We can sell this. So we started to call and we started to get some small jobs. And at some point we noticed that the demand is a lot bigger for this kind of jobs, for maintenance jobs, for repair. So we decided to concentrate on the maintenance business. And we came up with the name, which is Piki Pojat. I think it says nothing for you guys, but it means like a bitumen boys. So in the straight translation. So we were young boys, around 20s, and we made crack sealing, which is bitumen is used to crack seal. So it was easy. And also we had one really, really old, big Finnish paving company, which was one of the first companies in the whole Finland. And their name is Lemminkäinen, which is Finnish national old fairy tale story. One of the person from the story. So they was known on the roads as a Piki Pojat. So it was like a general name for the pave maker or paving guy. So it also clicked the name in that perspective also. And actually our name is really likable and people like it, so approachable, and it says what you do in many ways in the crack sealing and also in the asphalt repair. So
very cool, man. Very cool. How long have you guys been around?
Since 2013.
Wow.
I
So
think that 2014 was our first like full year. So
yeah,
6 years now.
that's awesome, man. And so how many people do you have in the company right now?
Because we're in Finland, our season are 8 months.
Right.
We're closed for the winter. So we had last year around 14 people, including me and office workers and everybody else. But we have like 5 people who was like regular guys, 5 to 6, and then we employ as we need. So
awesome, man. Awesome. And so you guys, you mentioned that you primarily focus on maintenance work right now. So you do all types of maintenance work, like seal coating, crack sealing? Explain to the listeners exactly what you guys do. And then do you see yourself expanding that in the future? Or are you kind of in a good spot where you're
at? Actually, we do a lot of things. We started, like I told, we started with just crack sealing. We started with one sedan. My sedan, we rented all of the equipment and demolished my car totally. So we have been developing our tools and equipment, but also our services. So we saw many opportunities because we were working with the bitumen as a material. We started to offer our clients also roof maintenance, and we offer leak repair, inspections, cleaning, painting, coating, and it has been growing for 4 years now, like rapidly with our like whole like service portfolio. So, and of course we do crack sealing and bitumen joints such as breach joints.
Mm-hmm.
And also we do asphalt repairs. As I told you at the beginning, it was we do asphalt repairs with hot asphalt from 1 square yard to 120 square yards.
Got it.
And we have currently 2 on trucks. We have 4 vans, and we have like sealing machines with the pumps. So we have been developing our service portfolio in many ways. And actually, one of the newest things from you guys, from the NPE, the seal coating, we started it here as a new service. And I believe that we are the first company that are providing this service here in the market. So,
and that was a result of attending the National Pavement Expo in Nashville?
It was actually one of the reasons why we came there. I knew about the seal coating, but I wanted to learn some more detailed ways to do it and how you do it there, and with which materials and how do you apply it, and etc. So it was one of the things, but not the main things for attending the NPA.
So what was your primary reason on wanting to come to NPE? What was the driving force? Was there a list of things that you wanted to get out of? Obviously, it's a long trip for you guys. How long did it take to get here? And what was your main intention of being here?
Yeah, it was like 15 hours to get there.
That's a commitment.
But yeah, but I think we attended NPE like for a couple of reasons. We wanted to see you big players, want to look in your eyes, to get inspired for our 2019 season. So sometimes I just like to do something crazy just to get inspired. So
yeah,
I think that if you fly over 15 hours to attend to anything, you will be easily inspired there. So
yeah, you better be, right?
yeah, you better be, exactly.
That's the hope, right?
Yeah. But we did get inspired. We did learn many things. Especially, we appreciated actually your sales coaching, which we attended with Joel. And I will describe my company as a really sales-orientated company. I believe that sales comes first, because without the sales, you have no job, and you cannot develop your field work. You can do nothing with sales. So one of our advantages was in our company that in our industry, there's many of small companies that are working with themselves. They're selling and they're bidding offers and they do the job. So the first thing when we decided to go big with this business, we hired 2 salesmen like immediately, and we outsourced the sales, and we started to concentrate on the development side of the company, of the services, because when we started, there was no like instruction manuals how to do anything. So we have to like learn everything from the scratch. We Googled a lot, I think maybe of some your top contractor school customers I was searching their websites or something to learn how do you do guys things there, so we can do things here and copy it in some way and get the ideas.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's one of the missions of Top Contractor School is to simplify that whole process, right? For people, is to be able to, get the knowledge from, those people who have done it for a long time and understand the business and understand how to sell it, how to grow it, how to, do all those things and kind of simplify it for, people that are either coming into the business or, like you said, wanting to take your business to the next level. And so, number one, I appreciate the compliment there on, I remember it like it was yesterday, man. You guys walking up to me after the class and, thanking me for the information and saying, man, how can we get involved? And I was like, how cool is that, man, to have somebody all the way across the world potentially interested in our Top Contractor School programs. And lo and behold, a year later, I guess almost exactly, you guys are part of the program. So I appreciate the fact that you guys, we were talking a little bit before we got started here. And so, I'd asked Pavel, exactly how he stayed connected and if you could answer that for everybody, because I assume that you were maybe following along with Top Contractor School, but this is something that we teach inside of Top Contractor School is, can you tell everybody kind of, how you stayed connected and how you eventually decided to become part of the Top Contractor School Elite program?
Actually, like the Top Contractor School was, I didn't remember it from the NPA for some reason. Maybe there was a lot of things going on at the same time, but I remember your name and you made an impression for me personally. And somehow I found, or I saw from the NPA tags your name, and I started to follow directly you, not the Top Contractor School. And I was following you, and of course there was a lot of posts related to the Top Contractor School. And I started to investigate Top Contractor School this year, maybe at January, something like that. So before that, I was only following you and your posts and opinions. And I actually agreed with many things that you were talking, and I share many things in your mind that you share and tell people, and I believe in the same thing. So I learned a little bit more about Top Contractor School, and I decided to join because, why not? I want to try. I want to get inspired. I want to fuel my tank. So you guys have an amazing energy, amazing community. I'm actually really impressed because the Finnish culture is really different. There's no communicating with your competitors or learning from each other. It's more about hiding things and not telling anything to anybody. So this is more of my approach.
Yeah, I think there's some of that too in the US, man, to be honest. It's, there's a lot of that. And we're trying to make an impact on that where, people, I've always said that people are way better, shoulder to shoulder lined up, trying to help each other than we are, horn to horn, if you will, trying to fight each other or keep things from each other. The industry, I believe, benefits from us being able to work together and share best practices and being able to educate each other on the things that we do well. Once one person figures it out, I always say this, there's a reason why there's a bookcase back there with a bunch of books in it, because people wanted to share their knowledge, right? So as we get into business and we get into these things, being able to take those practices that somebody else has offered up and direction that somebody else of things that somebody else has already figured out is the way that we kind of shorten the cycle of education, right? And so that's really our mission at Top Contractor School, is to help people be able to shorten that time period that it takes to be able to advance their business to whatever level it is. And so, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you following along, and I want the listeners to understand that, what you do personally on social media really matters, because you're able to connect with people, not just, even in the same country or in the same state or city, but, this guy is all the way around the world. I don't even know how many miles it is, but it's a 15-hour flight. I know that. So that's a long way. And we were able to, build a digital relationship, if you will. And then here we are talking about, all this stuff and doing some business together. And hopefully we can play a small part in helping you guys grow your business and kind of take things to the next level over there in Finland. So I want to give a shout out to the NPE, because, without National Payment Expo, we wouldn't even be on this call, right? And so them offering us a platform, not just to people in the United States, but all over Canada. These guys are coming from Finland, and I've met people from other countries as well. We just signed up somebody from New Zealand to one of our programs. So to those people that work hard on National Payment Expo, Russ Turner and his whole team, man, just a shout out to those guys for what they do and offering up this platform for an industry that really needs it bad, right? Like we need that place where we can, like you're saying, just collaborate and come together and really, really be able to have the tools to take our businesses to the next level. And so, with that said, man, where do you see the future for your company, and what are you looking to do as you're signing up for these programs and you're connecting with people, not just in your own country, but all over the world? Where do you want to take your company? Where do you see it in the next few years, and what does that look like for you?
I think that we're on the really good path. Actually, like I told before, there's not so many competitions. There's mainly big companies. They're focusing on the big paving jobs. So we have good thing going on, and we have nice growth. I believe that still we have some great future ahead us. I believe that we can achieve more potential in success. But how we're gonna do it, I hope I will get more ideas and inspiration from you guys for the future. But the main things that I will continue to doing is to continue to develop the company, develop our job portfolio, innovate new materials, new ways to do the jobs, to get the newest information about the jobs. And I believe that, for example, this community is perfect for this. You guys, you're so big players, so you have something new. We should definitely try it here also. And I believe that there's a lot of growth here for us. We can do a lot more that we're doing right now. So and I believe that we have all the right people currently. So I believe that any business is about the people. So we have amazing team. We have really, really amazing customers that has been with us for a long time, and we're getting every year, every month, every week more of the customers to our family. So
incredible, man. It's incredible. Yeah. You guys have a great story, man. And to your point, the Top Contractor community on Facebook, the Top Contractor Elite group, where you have the ability to ask any question that you want and get access to people that run huge companies, all the way down to people who are just starting out that want to be part of that community. And there's everybody that's in there, man, is looking to help. So from me and on behalf of everybody that's in the Top Contractor School community, we're honored to have you guys, and certainly here to help in any way that we can to be able to take your business to the next level. So this evening we got a really good call. I know this will be probably past your bedtime, because how far ahead of us are you in time?
So we're 7 hours ahead. of you
Yeah,
guys.
so it would be the middle of the night if you jumped on our call live, but it'll be available in the Top Contractor School Elite program in the portal that we have. So we've got a big training portal in there that all the previous calls are logged in. So that'll be available for you tomorrow. But tonight's call, man, is all about sales process and how to kind of install that brand new and then how to execute it and every last little detail of what needs to happen throughout that process to be able to create, new customers and convert prospects into new business. So, but with that said, man, that's all the questions that I got for you. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this with us. This is a cool episode of Top Contractor School, the podcast for me, man. It's, when you start something from nothing, you kind of come up with an idea like you guys did with your company. And so for Top Contractor School, this was just an idea to try and help some people, and for that idea to reach all the way around the world and to have somebody like yourself all the way from Finland on here to talk about this, man, it is an honor and a privilege. And I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to kind of share your story a little bit, share your journey. And here's the last question I have for you. Are you coming back to NPE?
Yeah, I think some year we're going to come. Why not?
We need to make that happen, man. We need to make that happen. We'll throw a big party, and you guys are definitely invited. Whenever you choose to come back, as we're saying this year, bring the squad, bring your whole team, as many as you can, and we'll show them around Nashville and show them a good time here in the United States. How's that sound?
That sounds good. That sounds good. We will make a sales competition, and we will take our top salesmen there.
There you go, man. It sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. To all the listeners, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Top Contractor School, the podcast. My brother, thank you for taking time out of your busy day all the way around the world to be here with us, man. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, man. We'll talk soon, guys. Thank you.